So I'm gonna be doing a profit taker guide. It's probably the best way to get credits. It's okay for getting platinum through voxelar standing. You can sell the arcanes for decent amount of plat. There's better farms obviously, but if you just farm a lot of this in one day, you can get a lot of turrets stocked up, and then it's technically passive plat income. So the Warframe we're gonna be using is chroma. The main reason for this is effigy. So we're going to use effigy because it gives a 2x credit multiplier. This is the only ability in the game that can double the credits you get from the Profit Taker. So he's the best if you're doing Profit Taker to farm credits. If you're speedrunning it, then I'd highly recommend either Volt or Siren. The builds will be pretty similar. I'm sure you can figure out on your own the slight differences, but yeah. Vex armor. This is nice for the armor and the damage increase. It's base damage, so pre-nerf Eclipse would be better, but Eclipse has been nerfed, so it kinda sucks now, as a subsume at least. Elemental Ward, I never use this in the fights, I wouldn't worry about it. Nourish. This is good for the energy multiplier and the viral damage. So, getting to the chroma build, it's mostly strength with a little bit of duration. That's all you need. Energy Nexus combined with Nourish is really good. You get close to 9 energy per second, um, which is like almost twice as good as Zenrix energy regen, and it's constant, don't have to do anything for it. This makes our energy economy really good. You never have to worry about not having enough energy. Especially with Arcane Nullifier, I'd highly recommend using this. Prime Chauffeur is here, as there's a ton of knockdowns in the fight, and it can become very annoying without this mod. If you do not have this mod, um, get the Poise Unairu passive or use Handspring. They're both okay alternatives, but this is just the most convenient one. Or mod, I just use this for the additional capacity. If you can, use Growing Power for the bigger strength bonus. It's obviously just more damage and all that. It's not needed at all though. Adaptation and Umbral Vitality. These are nice for survivability. Um, You can use Umbral Fiber here if you want to. Completely up to you. You'd have to obviously probably use an Umbra from or somewhere. So I don't want to do that. You can use non-prime mods, normal ones, if you don't have these. This mod here, use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever you enjoy the most, whatever you feel you need, use it here. Don't need velocity at all. That's what I like. So we're gonna use the ogris because the ogris can destroy the pylons through the bubbles with not much napalm. This mod is mandatory. If you don't have it, use the Zenith instead. The Zenith has infinite puncher, so you can just shoot through the bubbles. But it's way better with the Ogris because you don't actually have to aim at the pylons, which can be annoying to do at range. You just shoot out of the bubble and the pylon will be destroyed. Super easy. Cannonade for base damage. You can use Serration here if you don't have this mod. There's like no difference in performance. I have this for more damage, more multi-shot. Mostly here for the multi-shot. The damage we're already getting a ton from Vex armor, so it barely gives us anything. If you don't have a Riven, just put in an elemental mod. That will obviously give you more damage, multi-shot, even more multi-shot. And then, so we have the magazine capacity on here, because you want 6 in the mag, because in the second pylon phase, the Profitaker launches out 6 pylons, so having a higher magazine capacity means you don't have to reload and can just instantly shoot all 6. Um, the ammo mutation isn't needed, it's just here because why not? No reason for it not to be there. Primary dexterity also not needed, but nice to have, of course. Okay, so alternatively, Zenith. I think there's another one you can use, but it's really just these two. I don't have a build for the Zenith, so I'm not really gonna show it because Ogris is better anyway. Just get the Ogris, it's not difficult. Um, we use the 10 diplos because it has a 10% holster reload. This is very nice because if you end up shooting off the whole mag, it will reload very fast. We're using a synth mod on the companion to reload the ogris, but this reloads very fast. So this is the build. We have heat, impact, puncture, and slash, and magnetic. Um, Obviously, prime mods use the normal ones. With the bane, if you don't want to use a bane for whatever reason, even though you're never gonna change it because you're only going against the profit taker with this build, you can use base damage, but you really shouldn't because you're getting base damage from Vex armor, so you don't need to mod for more. Just use the bane. I'd use prime conversion, but can't be asked to former it right now. So it's really not necessary. Once again, secondary dexterity not needed. Nice to have. Don't need it at all. Use whatever you want here. This is just the best. This could be nice as well for the ammo efficiency, but any arcane, it doesn't matter. Alright, Zor. This is the Zor I used. It's not the best Zor, but it works. Um, you don't need a good one. I think Korb and Vaji 2 give the most damage. I don't know about the strike. You'd have to do your own research. I know nothing about Zors, but this works well enough. Exodia Contagion. This is mandatory. Melee exposure. It's not mandatory, but it's very good because it gives you corrosive damage on the melee, and Exodia Contagion has innate blast. So you're getting gas, radiation, viral. This is from Nourish though, so it also works on the pistol, and cold. So you're getting 4 of your dual elements on here. You only need a rank 1 of both of these, or rank 0, sorry. If you don't have melee exposure, then change um the magnetic on here to corrosive. Oh yeah, and you want a magnetic progenitor on here. Has to be magnetic. Especially if you don't have melee exposure, because then you get magnetic and corrosive on here. Otherwise, mod for it, because there's not a lot of damage, and you don't have to mod for viral on here anymore, because you have nourish. Okay, further into this all. My Riven, crit chance, crit damage. If you don't have this, use a Bane. Just use the Bane. You're not gonna change it for different content, just don't worry. We have these two for gas. Use the normal mod if you don't have it. The primed one. Focus Radon for radiation. These mods have made Profit Taker way easier. You can use normal True Steel if you don't have Sacrificial. You can use Primed Pressure Point if you have it. If you want to format this more, use the 90 mods instead of the 60/60. They will be better, but this is good enough. Focus School, Matter. This is for Sling Strength and Void Strike, which I'll get into why Void Strike later. Companion, this isn't too important. Lure Retriever can double the turrets and the credits. This will double the turrets, this will double the credits. So swap these out based on what you're looking for. I like to run Loyal Retriever because chance to double both is always nice. We have Calculated Redirection. This is mostly for Reinforced Bond to give the extra fire rate, and Tenacious Bond to extra crit. Simp Fiber. This is our synth mod for the auto reload. You can use synth deconstruct or whatever synth mode. It doesn't even have to be leveled up. It's just there for the passive. These mods aren't important. This isn't important. This is kind of important. Not really, but you should have it anyway. Buy it for the crit chance for Tenacious Bond. This mod is annoying. It's hard to get. It's expensive. I'd recommend picking it up anyway. Corvus. So we're gonna be using our Necromech for the legs section of the fight, which if you know nothing about the fight, you'll see soon. This is the build. It can one-shot the legs very easily, relatively consistently. This prime mod is the most important prime mod, because it guarantees that you shoot 2 bullets compared to the 60% chance to shoot 2 of this one. This, not necessary. This is the most important prime mod on the build. But you don't need it, but it's very nice to have. Critical focus, you need to aim down sight for this to activate. So make sure you aim down sight whenever you're shooting the legs, and you will one-shot way more consistently. Otherwise, we mod for magnetic because that has the damage bonus to the corpus. Oh yeah. So the elements we're missing is electric and toxin. So we're gonna get electric from our operator from virtuous surge. So whenever we just shoot the Prophet Taker with our amp, it will give us the electric damage, and we'll be able to break the electric shield with it. If you don't have this, just pick it up. With the standing, I think it's one of the cheapest standing mods. You get it from Voxelaris. Eternal Eradicate, nice, not necessary, but nice. Once again, Magnus Elevate, nice to have, don't need it at all. Magnus Mount, you really don't need it for this build. I just also use this for Eidolons and swap this out to a Tunnel Onslaught. I'll do an Eidolon guide later. You can use Lockdown, you can use Cloud, Savior, whatever. Amps. The Brace and the Prism matters most. So the Brace, the ideal one is Certus, which is a 7. Clamora, Cantic, and Raplak are the best prisms to use. It's personal preference on which one you like best. So try them all out, find out which one you like. Early game players, this one's nice, and this one's nice. But if you've completed the new one and don't have any other amps, the Sirocco will work as well. And we use Void Strike because of the damage we're doing with our amp if there's an electric shot. Now, we get Toxin from our Uncle crewmate. You can give him any weapon. I just choose the Zarr because I also use it for AoE nuking in certain missions. This is the build on the crewman. Arcane, crewman doesn't use arcanes, doesn't matter. Galvanize mods, crewmate doesn't use them, don't need them. This is up. You can use non-primed Bane. Just make sure you have Toxin and some damage, that's all you need. That's it, that covers all of the elements. So now I will show you guys a playthrough of the Prophet Taker, and I will talk you through this. I forgot to activate the bounty.
Sparky, right, we're all here. Let's get started.
So I'll run you guys through a Prophet Taker run, and I'll talk through the steps as I go. Hate this elevator. Elevator of doom right here. It's terrible. The Prophet Taker spawns in at 7 seconds on this timer. You don't have to look at the timer. You can just wait outside. I just like to look at the timer. So, gonna activate Sling Strength here. Prophet Taker will be marked every time. Just fly over to it. When you get close, Vex Armor. Kill the first mobs that spawn with your Exodia Contagion. To build up your stacks a little bit. And then for IPS, I'd recommend using the Zorr. It's our highest damage thing. We don't have stack shot, so it's gonna take a little bit. It will add up as we keep going. Heat on the diplos spray. Corrosive on Zorr. And shield drops. Now we drop in our necromech, and we shoot the legs. Once you've done the legs, it will drop, shoot the body. So now it's gonna shoot other pylons. This is where you wanna fire with your archgun. Apply your ogris. You can wait for them to land, or if you know the spawns already, just pre-shoot them. And then just shoot the wobbles. That's what you have to do. They'll get destroyed. after first pylons, we now have to shoot the legs again. Very simple. Same as last time. Run around and shoot them. Corvus sometimes has hit reg issues because of how the projectile works. Not too much to worry about though. Bam. Another short phase, so just go to the front so you can see the symbol. Or you can just spam from the back and hope. Magnetic, that's on the diplos, and you can see we drop the shields basically instantly. And run around, one shot the legs are gone. Bam. And now there's another pylon phase. Fly up. Wait for them to land, or pre-shoot if you know the spawns. And you see, very simple, just shoot them. You got electric, so operator, void strike, blast, toxin, uncle crew. Last code dropped instantly once again. So last leg break phase. Shoot legs, same as always. You can cast your 2 on the necromag if you need to. Like, it's basically iron skin from Rhino. And they go instead. So now you're gonna wait for when it drops down the second time. And then wait a little bit longer. And then just put your effigy behind the back left leg right here, and it will double the credits every time. And then once you get the loot, you just fly back to Fortuna. Simple as that. I hope I explained it well. Very quick one, as you can see. Just 3 minutes, 600k credits in 3 minutes. That's really good. We did get doubled from Loyal Retriever as well. If it doesn't get doubled with a credit booster, you'll get 500k. With no credit booster, 250k. I will just once again go for the bolts quickly. Mostly strength, or it doesn't matter. Pretty nice. Use boys if you don't have it. Pretty important, doesn't matter. Umbral fiber here if you want to. Riven, don't need this at all. Use an elemental. Don't need this, don't need this. If you don't have this primed, use a high rank version of this, and the normal version of this. Prime mods don't matter, use base mods. Mod for corrosive if you don't have melee exposure. Oh yeah, and magnetic progenitor once again. But of this, Riven doesn't matter, use a Bane if you don't have it. Only need a rank 0 of this, and only need a rank 0 of this. That's about it. Thank you for watching. If you want any other guides, do leave a comment on anything you want a guide for. I'm planning on doing one for Eidolons somewhat soon. And maybe Archon hunts, just the last step where you have to actually kill the Archon, just showing off some different builds that you can use that I like. But yeah, thanks for watching.